day all and welcome to the South African lawn. Yeah, okay, so it's already starting to rain. So I'm not 100% sure, I'm almost 100% sure that I won't finish today. So this video will probably be over the next few days. But luckily you get to see everything all at once. And my aim here today is to scalp this lawn back because it is an absolute nightmare how tall it is. Just look, this is the tallest area, but I mean, it's literally, there's no way you can mow this with a cylinder mower, and that's what I want to do. I want to mow with my cylinder mower, and that is no longer possible with this lawn. So about 2 weeks back, I mowed with a cylinder mower, and it just felt super terrible. Like it was so spongy, it was way overgrown, and I just said, no more mowing with a cylinder mower. I first need to hack it back, and then I neglected it for 2 weeks. So I fertilized it and I just left it. Now it's growing vigorously and it's completely overgrown, and I need to do something about it now. Okay. Yo, okay, so already half an hour rain delay. So that's just proves to be less than ideal to do these type of things on this type of days. But I just want to try and illustrate to you how tall this lawn is. As you can see, I've done the edges. Look at my feet already. Covered with grass, already looking a lot better. But okay, but the thing is, I like a short lawn, but I also like a tall lawn. So that's not really the issue, that saying, no, I don't like a tall lawn. That's not the issue. Okay, so my biggest problem is, if I'm going to try and explain to you, as the reel mower is running, it like crunches the stalk and it like pushes sideways because there's so much stalk. So it is so difficult. It feels like the mower is just falling over to the side all the time. So that's the issue. That's why I'm going to reset the height today. And that might take 5 passes. It might take 50 passes. Let's see how it goes. Down here, okay, Lekker. So I've got my rotary electric out here as my candidate for my work today. And I'm quite worried because I'm not 100% sure if this electric rotary mower of mine will be strong enough to plow through this wet grass. It's still dripping a little bit. And you might be asking, is it a good idea to do it while it's wet? No, it's not a great idea to do it with the electric rotary, especially if it's not very strong like the one that I've got. And it's even less of a good idea to do it while it's raining and wet. And it's even less of a good idea to let your lawn get this overgrown. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, so I've got the tallest setting on this mower here, and I've got the basket on, and I'm just going to dump the clippings there because tomorrow I'm getting my trailer again, and I can pull that. My mother's borrowing it. I think it's actually going to look pretty good after this first pass. Yeah, okay, the trim pass done. And it's always like, no man, how tough can it be? How tough let me just go out there and do it. Until you realize what a big job this is. Then you get to the stage where it's just like, okay, let's just push through and try and finish this. And that's that somewhere in between, like that point and the end, where you break yourself. Yeah, not good. So everyone probably believes me, but before I cut everything off, I just want to prove to you how tall it is. For those who don't believe me, I want to show to you and prove to you how tall this sucker is. So I want to find the soil here. I just want to show you. I've got a grass blade here at 24 centimeters, not millimeters, 24 centimeters. And then I've got other tall areas. Here's a tall area as well. Let's just see how tall it is. We find the lowest spot possible. Let's just see. Oh no, this is short. This is 22.5 centimeters, 22.5 there. Here's also quite a thickish and tallish area. Measuring in at, oh no, this is low, this is very low. This is like 14 or 15 centimeters. So this is the tallest at 24, then we've got a little bit lower, and there the rest is pretty short. The rest is pretty average, like at 15 centimeters. Yeah.
Now I've been to many places and won so many races. I was a child, yeah. But now my only win is now, and my only wear is when I'm by your side. My friends are sitting laughing, but I just keep on laughing. They're knocking on my door, but I'm knocking them down. They say I'm acting crazy, but I just wanna lie in the sun. Lie in the sun.
Okay, Lekker, so pass 1 is done, and it's actually looking quite good. Honestly, if you take me to someone's house and you say, listen, this is my lawn, then I'd say, well done. Looks actually quite lekker. However, what it's doing is you can see that it was overgrown because it is exposing some stalk, and it is also exposing some yellow. So the stems are far more yellow, just have a look there, than the actual leaf blades are, and that makes sense. That's why it gets a little bit yellow when you scalp your lawn, because you're removing green leaf blades. However, I tell you what, this lawn as it stands here would be mega drought resistant and all the weed resistant and all the good stuff, you know. However, not my recommendation to let it get overgrown so easily, and especially in the shaded areas. It just feels like the kikuyu is like growing especially long leaves to try and gather as much sunlight as possible. Not looking too bad, still a lot of leaf blade and stalk to take off here. You need quite an aggressive scalp here to get back to real mowing standards. Yeah, so while I was mowing there, I had a lot of time to think the last hour or so. See, things are starting to get tough here, and I thought, why not use the cylinder mower for the next few passes before we get to the soil level, obviously, because that might blunt the blades. But to just take off stalk won't do any harm to use this beast, and it's got a lot more power. So let's see how that goes. Oh, lovely. What a lovely Sunday afternoon mow. Yeah, guys, so you can clearly see where the trouble areas are. Scalping badly in those areas. Let me tell you, the real mower, the cylinder mower, just makes a lot lighter work of this scalping thingy that I'm doing than the rotary mower. Not that it's light work, but it is a lot lighter work then. So in other words, it's less, yeah, whatever, it's better. Okay, it might be 5 times the price of a rotary mower, but it's 10 times the machine. See you tomorrow. Right, guys, day 2. Let's keep up the good work. Oh, it's only me. Okay. Yeah, so that's the scalp. That's the height reset, Owens. Can you see that? These are the results that I came up with. Man, I took a lot of grass off. I'm gonna go and show you now that pile of grass that I've got there. By the way, did someone see my red cylinder mower, my professional cylinder mower? Because this thing here is definitely, that's not mine. Mine was actually quite new and like reddish. This can't be mine. Yeah, so that's the pile. That's the pile right there, Owens. That might well be in excess of 2 cubic meters of clippings, just by eyeballing it. I'm not 100% convinced of that fact. This is yesterday's, that's now more today's. You can see the browner stuff which came from lower down there. And if you stick your hand in here, you can feel a definite, you'll probably see the, no, I don't think you'll see it on camera, but it is very warm inside. A compost dream. Like that moisture and clippings is just a compost dream. Right, so that's probably going to wrap it up. And on a more serious note, there's just one or two things that I need to mention when you do these type of things. Firstly, determine your grass type so that you don't scalp something like LM or a softer grass type. Even that shady area there with Kentucky bluegrass, I didn't even scalp as aggressive because I didn't feel the need for it there especially, and also some of the grass types doesn't handle a scalp as well. So if that's the first thing. The second thing is safety. No, I'm not very big on safety, but when you do these type of things, be patient. The safety of your mower and the safety of yourself. Honestly, it is so easy to break your mower with these type of things. Rather do it in more passes, in more time, rather than trying to take it all off in 2 or 3 passes. It's really, when it's as thick as this, obviously every situation will be different. When it's as thick as this, you're going to need 10, 12 passes like I've done here. The other thing, your own safety. It's so easy to get like impatient and start just ripping the basket off, those type of things. Like I put my hand all the way down, especially with a cylinder mower, with this rotary mower, all the way down to the blades to get the grass out, because it clumps up in there. I promise you it does, and it will, especially if it's wet and you're cutting off this amount of grass. So wait until the thing has stopped. Make sure of those type of things. I once actually, in my haste with that old Scott Bonner that you once saw, I nearly cut my finger off getting my finger wedged in between the basket, the grass box, and the actual cylinder blade. So just be very careful with those type of things. That's the only things that I would look out for. And then do these things with a purpose. You know, now decide whether you want to do a renovation. In other words, top dress and those type of things. Also, a great tip is fertilize before you do it, about a week before you do it, so that you've got an actively growing lawn, or as vigorous growing as possible in the recovery period. You know, you don't want something to suckle. Don't apply too much chemical to your lawn before you do these type of things. Choose the ideal time for your lawn to recover, because you're obviously putting it under some stress. But on that note, I think I've covered everything. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. There'll be tons more videos to follow. And thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers, bye-bye.